Uh-oh, Rabbi B is not ready for Pesach. He has to get the table set. Can he do it in 20 seconds? Here he goes! Phew, so much work getting ready for Pesach. Well, I have all the things I'm gonna need. Oh, I think I hear somebody. Oh, hello, Devorah. Hello there. Oh, happy Pesach to you too. Well, it's not yet Pesach, just yet. We're just getting ready for Pesach. What's that? Oh, what's all this stuff on the table? Devorah wants to know what all these things are for. Well, Devorah, we have lots of things for Pesach. For example, we have matzah. This is the matzah here. You want to see the matzah? Yeah, that's matzah. Oh, don't have a taste yet. We try not to eat any matzah until Pesach time. That way, it's new and exciting. Yeah, but that's matzah. That's made out of flour and water, and it's baked very, very fast. So it's nice and flat. Oh, that reminds us of when we came out of Egypt a long, long time ago. The bread didn't have time to rise. So we have matzah. Yeah. What's that? Which one? Oh, this is the Seder plate. Yeah. On the Seder plate, there's all kinds of things. There's karpas, which we dip in salt water. That's right. That's the karpas we dip. What's that? Why salt water? Oh, we have salt water to remember the tears from when we were in Mitzrayim. That's right. Very good memory. Yeah, so that's the karpas. I think I put this puzzle in the right way. Karpas. And then we have a special bone called the zeroah. And that's to remind us about a long time ago, Hashem wanted us to eat a very special type of lamb for Pesach. Yeah, so it reminds us about that. And we have an egg. The egg reminds us also about a special food we were supposed to eat a long, long time ago in the Beit HaMikdash. So these things are all to remind us about things. Oh, you want to know about which one? In the bottom here, the maror or the chazeret. Yeah, maror, it's very, very bitter. You could have a taste if you like. Oh, are you very sad? Oh, it's very bitter because it reminds us about our bitter lives in Mitzrayim, in Egypt, a long, long time ago. That's right, we were slaves a long time ago, and we have a Pesach Seder to remember that Hashem took us out and made us free. Yeah. Any other questions? Which one? Oh, the one over there, the grape juice? Oh, the grape juice and the wine. Yeah, well, we drink 4 cups of wine for Pesach. That's right. We drink, why 4? Oh, we have 4 cups because there were 4 words Hashem used when he took us out of Mitzrayim. All right, welcome back to the Pesach Family Feud game. We have today our contestant, Moshe. Moshe, are you ready for the fast money round?
Yep.
All right, top 4 answers are on the board. If you were Hashem, what word would you use to say you're going to take the Jewish people out of Egypt?
I would say that I will save them.
I will save them. Let's see if I will save them is on the board. Oh, number 2 answer. Well done. Way to go. Okay, we got 3 more to go to get the top 4 answers to win the grand prize. Do you have another word you would use to take the Jews out of Egypt?
I would say that I would take them out of Egypt.
That you would take them out of Egypt. Let's see if I will take them out of Egypt is on the board. Whoa, number 4 answer. Way to go. Wow, he's on a good roll. That's 2 answers so far. Looking for 2 more. Other words you would use if you were Hashem to take the Jews out of Egypt.
I'm gonna redeem them.
I will redeem them. Let's see if I will redeem them is on the board. Whoa, number 3 answer. Well done. He's got 3 out of 4. Number 1 answer is still on the board. Moshe, think about it. Number 1 answer still waiting for you. What word would you use if you were Hashem to tell the Jews you're going to take them out of Egypt?
I'm going to remove them.
That you're going to remove them. Let's check it on the board if I'm going to remove them is on the board. Whoa, number 1 answer. Wow, way to go. That was amazing. All 4 answers are on the board. Let's take a look at them again. Vehotzesi, and I will remove them. Vehitzalti, I will save them. Ve'ga'alti, I will redeem them, and ve'lokachti, I will take them. Well, that's all the time we have for Pesach Family Feud. Well done, Moshe, our champion for today. Boys and girls, I hope next time you're the champion too on the Pesach Family Feud. All right, back to our regular scheduled programming. That's right, the 4 special words that Hashem used. And those are, the 4 cups are to remind us of those 4 special words. Very good. And this book here, that's the Haggadah Shel Pesach. That's a special Haggadah we use on Pesach. That's right. And that's the Haggadah we use to read from all the special parts of the Seder. That's right. So this is all part of the Seder. Oh, and this bag, this is a fun bag. This is called the Afikoman. Yeah, we put a piece of matzah. What we do in the Seder is we're going to take a piece of matzah and we're going to break it in half. Can you help me break it in half? 1, 2, 3. There we go. Good job. You can put that one. We'll put this one under the table, under the Pesach matzah cover. And, hey, Devorah, where'd you go? I need that matzah. That's my afikoman. Afikoman is the special dessert matzah. We're going to take this afikoman bag and we're going to hide it somewhere. Devorah, will you hide it somewhere in the video? Okay. And boys and girls who are watching, you can go and look and find the afikoman somewhere in this video. It's hiding somewhere. I want to see if you can find it. Well, I guess Devorah is going to hide it. Well, bye-bye, Devorah. And bye-bye, boys and girls. Hope you guys are... Oh, there you are. Did you hide it? Oh, good. I'm so excited. Devorah hid the afikoman. Keep your eyes open. You never know where it's going to be. All right. Well, let's start getting ready more for Pesach. How about a nice Pesach song? Ma nishtana halayla hazeh mikol haleh. March out of Egypt, march with me. March out of Egypt and you will see. Hashem took us out and now we're free. March out of Egypt with me. Hop out of Egypt, hop with me. Hop out of Egypt and you will see. Hashem took us out and now we're free. Hop out of Egypt with me. Skip out of Egypt, skip with me. Skip out of Egypt and now you'll see. Hashem took us out and now we're free. Skip out of Egypt with me. Dance out of Egypt, dance with me. Dance out of Egypt and you will see. Hashem took us out and now we're free. Dance out of Egypt with me. Well, from Rabbi B and Devorah the Bee, we want to wish you a very Chag Kosher V'Sameach, a very happy and kosher Pesach, because on Pesach we make sure not to eat any chametz, and we make sure all the food is kosher for Pesach. And always remember, don't work too hard. Make sure you enjoy the holiday. Don't become a slave to Pesach. Let Pesach work for you. You can be free and do all the mitzvahs of Pesach that you can do. Now it's time to go over to Rabbi Beryl for some fun Pesach games. Take it over, Rabbi Beryl.
Rabbi B, you are, amazing! Moving on to today's game show. You get ready with a pen and a paper or some way to take down your score. We'll give you a moment for that. We're going to start with our first game today, the game of Zoom. This game works as follows. On the screen, there's going to be a picture that's zoomed really close, just a piece of the picture you see. You won't see the whole thing. You'll have to guess what that picture is. Are we ready? You'll have just a few seconds to guess. Make sure you scream it out loud so we know that you got it right, and then you get your points. For the first picture, it is as follows. You'll have just a few seconds to guess what it is. If you know what it is, shout it out loud. If you don't know, don't worry. We'll give you a little closer hint. What do you think that is? Okay, if you said it, you got your points. If not, you don't now. What do you think it is? Now, if you said maror, give yourself 10 points or horseradish. If you did not, hold it on. We're going on to our next round of Zoom. And here we go. What is that? Now, if you said matzah, you are not correct. Wait, try to get something else. It's not matzah. What is it? Okay, hold it. We're going to zoom in a little bit. Zoom out, I mean. What is that? Okay, hold it there. It is a matzah pillow. Many people use a pillow at the Seder to lean on for comfort because we lean during the Seder. If you said matzah pillow, give yourself 10 points. If not, move on to our next one. What? I didn't hear you. Say it. If you know it, say it. Okay, well, let's do it just a little bit. Let's see if you got it. Now you guys should get it. And the answer is, of course, a carton of eggs. We have an egg on the Seder plate at our Seder. If you said eggs, 10 points it is. And moving on to our next one. Okay, this one should work for everyone. Say it out loud. We'll give you a little more space there. And of course, it's the 4 cups of wine at the Seder. If you said wine or cups of wine, 10 points for you. And moving on to our next one, and it is very challenging. Something interesting, you're not sure what it is? Say it out loud if you know what it is. All right, we'll zoom out a little bit. What is that? Okay, hold it there. If you said it, you get your 20 points. It is a cement mixing truck. We eat the charoset at the Seder, which is on the Seder plate, which reminds us of the cement and the bricks that the Jewish people made in Egypt. Of course, hence the cement mixing truck. If you said that, cement mixing truck, you get 20 points. If not, hold it on. We're going on to our next one and final item. Huh? What is that? Say it out loud if you know it. All right, moving out. Say it out loud. And it is, of course, for 10 points for you, a crown. We are kings and princes or princesses at the Seder table while we lean the very opposite of slaves. If you said a crown, give yourself 10 points for that. And moving on to our next round of Seder Play Boss. If you think you know your Seder plate items, let's go through it really quick so you are well prepared for this round of Seder plate boss. At our Seder plate, we have 6 items on the plate. Of course, tons of meaning in each one of these items. That's why they're very specific, what we put on our Seder plate, and they are as follows. We've got the shank bone, or a bone. We've got the egg. We've got the maror, or the bitter herbs in the middle. We've got the charoset, which is a mix of fruit and nuts, similar to that mortar, that bricks and cement. We have the parsley, or it can be an onion or a potato, which we dip into salt water. And then finally, we got the romaine lettuce, or the chazeret, at the very bottom. Remember these 6 items, and we're going to test you if you can remember what they are. Now, of course, we're going to get rid of your cheat sheet first. We'll move that out. We're going to give you 20 points for this round. You're going to close your eyes when I say go and wait for the sound. As soon as you hear that sound, you open your eyes and you'll have to tell me within just a few seconds, what did I take away from that Seder plate? I'm going to remove just one item. Scream it out loud because as soon as I say it, you have no more chance to guess. All right? Close your eyes now. Listen for that sound. Now open your eyes. What is missing from the Seder plate? Just have a few seconds. Scream it out if you know it. You can say what it is, just scream it out. And the answer is, of course, the charoset, that mix of fruits and nuts. If you said that, you give yourself 20 points. If not, moving on, close those eyes and wait for the sound. Eyes closed. Open your eyes. What is missing at the Seder plate? What is missing? Give us that. What is it? Call it out. If you said chazeret or the romaine lettuce, you get 20 points. If not, moving on to our next one, close those eyes. Listen for the sound, keep your eyes closed. What's missing? Give us, what is it? What is that? What's the thing missing? You got it, you can do this thing, call it out. And it's of course the shank bone or the bone. If you said shank bone or bone or chicken bone or anything of that sort, give yourself 20 points. And we're moving on to our next round. The Seder Charader! If you've played charades before, you should be awesome at this game. This is similar to charades. However, it's going to be a Seder-related charade that's going to be put over here. Someone is going to act out, a volunteer, something related to the Seder. If you know what it is, call it out. Are we ready? This first one is worth 10 points. We're gonna first call out my sister Tivia. Tivia, come on up. You're gonna give us the first Seder charades. Watch carefully. Tivia, you're gonna do this. Watch carefully. If you know what it is, scream it out loud. And of course, the answer for 10 points is drinking 4 cups of wine. Tivia, that was amazing. Give yourself 10 points if you got it. Moving on to our next one. Are you ready for this one? It's also 10 points. And it goes as follows. What was that? Of course it is dipping a vegetable into salt water. If you said that, another 10 points to you. Tivia, thank you so much. We're going to call another one of my sisters, Tilla. Come on up, Tilla, for our next 10 points at the Seder Schrader. You ready for this? What was that? What was that? If you say it out loud if you know it. And of course it is crunching on matzah. Okay, you ready for your next one? 10 points here. Ooh, that was a tough one. I think we're gonna raise this to 20 points. This is super hard. It was not going to 7-Eleven. Something else. What was it? Say it out loud if you know it. It's a toughie. And of course the answer is something we do at the Seder. Say it out loud. If you can get it now, just say it. You're getting 20 points for this one. And the answer is telling over the story of Exodus. I saw that. That was great. Great job. Thank you so much, Scylla. Now we're moving on to our next round of trivia. We love trivia. Everyone loves trivia. Let's see if you guys can get these ones right. A question is going to come up on the board. I'm going to give you 4 possible answers to enter that question. If you know it, call it out loud. And you will get, for this question, our first question, 10 points. We ready? And the first question is, at the Seder, we drink 4 cups of what? Answer 1, hot cocoa, steaming. Coke, of course. Olive oil, the best. Or wine or grape juice. What's the answer? Call it out loud if you know it. And the answer, of course, is wine or grape juice. If you got that right, give yourself 10 points. If not, moving on to our next 20-point question. 20 points, it's a good one. Listen closely. And the question is, what do we do at the Seder while we drink our wine or grape juice and eat matzah? What do we do? Do we lean to our left? Do we sing Die Dayenu? Do we close our eyes? Or do we secretly look for the afikomen? If you know it, say it out loud, and the answer, of course, is, you gotta say the answer anymore. The answer is, we lean to our left while we drink wine or eat the matzah at the Seder. That was 20 points. Moving on to our next question, and this question is, again, a 20-point question. Listen closely. Why do we lean at the Seder? Why? Good question. One is, it's an act, it shows that we're free. It's good for digestion. It's like leaning on our friends. It's a sign of unity together. Or finally, as Baya leaned over the river to take baby Moshe from the basket. Which one is it? Say it out if you know it. I bet you guys know this one. It's 20 points, and the answer, of course, is it's a sign of freedom. We sit back like kings and queens, princesses and princes at the Seder table. Going on to our next question, that was a 20-point question, and this is a 30-point question. I don't think you know this one. This is not something that you learned today, I don't think, but you may know it. Use that, anything you got in the back of that brain, scratch it out, bring it forward, and give us what you got. And the question is, what is matzah called? What is matzah called? And the answers are either bread of faith. It's called King Crunch. It's called bread of the teeth. Or it's called bread of healing. Again, is it bread of faith, King Crunch, bread of the teeth, or bread of healing? And what is the answer? Say it aloud if you know it. And the answer is the 30-point question here. And the answer is both bread of faith and bread of healing. If you said both, give you 60 points. Each one's worth 30 on their own. And you are Put down your scores. That's amazing. This was a toughie. We're moving on to our next, and I think maybe final question. And the question is a 20-point question, and the question is, during which season does Pesach always come around? This is not a question you learned today, but it's a good one to know. Which season is it always? It's a tricky. Listen closely. Is it always during fall? Is it always during the summer? Is it always during spring? Or, depending on the year, could be different seasons. What do you think it is? Say it out loud if you know it. And the answer is, of course, always in the springtime. It says explicitly in the Torah. And we're moving on to... How did you score? Count up those scores. Now's your chance to put those 10s, 20s, 30s together. Count that score. It's not a math quiz right now, but you got to put those numbers together to see how you scored today for today's game show. Putting those numbers together and we'll see where you ranked. And here we go. Today, if you scored between 20 and 70, you are a beginner. You've got lots to learn, but that's great. If you scored between 80 and 150, you are intermediate. These were really tough questions, really tough challenges, and you did amazing. And if you scored between 160 and 260, you are a pro! Thank you so much for joining us today's game show.